Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, the dust has barely settled on the last presidential election in Nigeria. It was only in February 2019, but already the clamorings for 2023 is already taking shape. The runners and riders are positioning themselves for a tilt toward 2023, and it is the same name as you'd expect, because in Nigeria, of course, it's always rinse and repeat. As guys, I bring you this. Jonathan finally speaks on rumored 2023 presidential run. Jonathan, of course, a name that we're all familiar with, the last guy to occupy the slot before Malam Buhari came in with his Janjaweed cabal. But then, of course, you remember there was a lot of kerfuffle to say even if Jonathan was eligible to run in that 2015 election, because he had served Yar'Adua's tenure up till I think 2011, and then ran in 2011 and won. So they were saying that he had already served 2 terms, but then there was a lot of arguments that he did not actually run as the main flag bearer in the Yar'Adua election. But anyway, he won the right to run again, and he ran in 2015 but lost to Malam Buhari. But then of course he still has a tenure that he can still fulfill if he so chooses, and he so choosing now is what is in contention. As again, Jonathan finally speaks on rumored 2023 presidential run. So now let's now see what GEJ has to say. Nigeria's former president, Goodluck Jonathan, has finally reacted to rumors of plotting to contest for president again in 2023. Jonathan has trended on social media in recent weeks following rumors that he was lobbying to contest for the country's leadership, as he is still eligible to run for a 4-year term. So that is what I was describing earlier. Speaking to reporters on Friday after attending an event set up by the Commonwealth Community Choir in Abuja, Jonathan revealed that it is too early to talk about that. So we have to pause there, because that is quite pertinent, and that is really the whole answer right there. So speaking with reporters on Friday after attending an event set up by the Commonwealth Community Choir in Abuja, Jonathan revealed that it is too early to talk about that. So that is his answer to the question that he's contesting, or does he want to contest for 2023. It is too early to talk about that. So it is too early to talk about that does not mean that I am not running. It does not mean that I have served my own quota and is left to another person. It does not mean rather that Nigeria needs now fresh blood, and I hope that the person that replaces Malam Buhari is an entirely new name. It is too early in Nigerian language and in political speak is that yes, I am canvassing opinion, and yes, I do intend to run. So I do intend to run is really the reading of this, because there's nothing else to read into this. If he's not running, he will state categorically that he is not running, and this is what a lot of people would do. They will say, oh, discount my name, I am not interested, and this is not for me. So that is what you would say if your intention is not to run, because that then knocks it right there and it kills off the speculation right on that spot. But it is too early to talk about that. Is effectively saying that I am canvassing support for that tilt. He also spoke to the current spate of insecurity in the nation and admonished Nigerians to support the Buhari administration and security agencies in tackling the menace. He added that Nigeria was not the only country in the world plagued with insecurity. It will be recalled that Jonathan lost his re-election bid in 2015 to President Muhammadu Buhari of the All Progressive Congress, APC. So that is Jonathan now telling you effectively that he's now running for the 2023 election. So have no doubts about that. So now the names are coming together, and we're now knowing what our choices are for 2023. So just to recap, the front runner is Bola Tinubu, who is being pushed aggressively, and who is pushing himself more so aggressively within the current ruling party APC. So the most likely next president of Nigeria is Bola Tinubu, because of course the candidate for APC is likely to be the next president, because they have no truck with free elections. We saw what happened in February 2015. So whoever emerges as an APC candidate is effectively the next president of Nigeria. This is what we saw in 2019 February, when they just wrote results and announced it. So we can expect no different for 2023. So Tinubu, the front runner, but battling him for that APC spot is El Rufai. So the disadvantage that El Rufai has is that a lot of clamorings is for power to transit back to the southern regions. We all know the arguments, and an unspoken, not unspoken, but an unwritten arrangement within the Nigerian political space. It is unwritten, but it is spoken. It's a generally perceived gentleman's agreement between the two splits of Nigeria, which is the north and the south, that power would transit back and forth, with one region serving 8 years of 2 terms of 4 years each, and then transiting power back to the other region. So we have now had 8 years of Malam Buhari now, and power should transit them back to the southern regions. And the southerners are not giving on this, because every opportunity, to the point that even Fashola, that speaks more to his work than politics, came out recently that power transiting back to the south is non-negotiable. So this is the biggest disadvantage that El Rufai has, because if they move to retain power in the north, especially after all that we have suffered from Malam Buhari in this past few years, building up to 2023, which will make it 8 years, especially what the country has suffered under that guy. If they then attempt to hold on to the presidency again in the north, then all bets are off. So this is the biggest hurdle that El Rufai has to scale to get that APC ticket. He has the advantage of being a Fulani, and he has the advantage that the present structure is heavily biased towards Fulanis and their religion. So if Malam Buhari had his way, he will hand over to El Rufai. But will Malam Buhari continue in the manner that he has governed Nigeria and force it through to foist El Rufai on Nigeria? And is El Rufai then able to pay the price of that move? So that is the big disadvantage that El Rufai has. So we have Tinubu, we have El Rufai, and now a name that has now come to the fore as well now, that is starting the drum beats from his own local community, from his own home state, is no less a ludicrous figure than Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello is also clamoring for that APC ticket. And then in the southern regions of APC as well, you have names like Aregbesola, who are strategizing, Fayemi, who is plotting, and all manners of people who are scheming. You have Abubakar Malami, who is positioning, and all manners of everybody wants that spot within APC, but the front runner. So now you go to the PDP, and the choices are not as plentiful as you would have within the APC, because of course APC is where the power is, and the elections traditionally are rigged in Nigeria, as we've already discussed. So within the APC, the name still holding firm is Atiku Abubakar. So Atiku Abubakar has not given up on hopes of becoming the next president of Nigeria, and is maintaining his relevancy within the Nigerian political space, almost acting as a parallel governance, as a alternative governance or an alternative president to Malam Buhari, because he always comes and speaks out on major national issues to either criticize the Malam Buhari regime or to offer a better and a more reasoned and a more well thought out alternative to positions that Buhari has adopted. So he's doing this not because he wants to just continue to make noise, but to continue to recall within the Nigerian political decimal in the build up to 2023. So Atiku Abubakar has not given up on anything at all to do with the presidency. Forget about that. But a name that is now also now seeing that window has opened is Goodluck Jonathan. So Goodluck Jonathan, he enjoys a lot of goodwill within the Nigerian space. He does. He enjoys goodwill, one, because he's the first ever civilian president within the Nigerian space to voluntarily hand over power to a different party. So he has done that. And believe you me, if Goodluck Jonathan had intended to hold on to power come what may, as Buhari did in 2019, by the way, if Goodluck Jonathan had intended to do that, he would have done that and heavens would not fall. There will be a lot of rioting and a lot of whatever it is that they do in the north, and that will come and go and he will stay in office. But he decided to let democracy play out in whatever form, and then the clamoring also within the Nigerian space, it was so heightened that he knew that even if he won that election or whatever happened, if he returned to that post, the country will burn, especially in the north, and for a very long time as well. So he said, if you want it that much, then you have it, and let them experience you for a while. But for doing that, and for his position that the presidency is not worth a single Nigerian's life, a lot of people give him a lot of credit for that. And a lot of northerners now are now coming out to say that we misunderstood this guy, and if we had known that it was going to be this way, then we would have had second thought. So a lot of regrets all over the country now have now experienced, because the grass is always greener on the other side, isn't it, until you cross to the other side. So we have crossed to the other side as a country now, and what we are experiencing under this Buhari situation that we find ourselves is the worst that it has ever been within the Nigerian space. So the goodwill and a lot of the good works that Goodluck Jonathan has done as well, all the Amajeri schools that he built, the railway system that he built, the infrastructures that he put in place, they are all still there now as monuments and legacies to his tenure. So he has a lot of goodwill, and that window opens within PDP, because there's no name really in PDP that is there to run. If the power is to transit to the south, as everybody is clamoring, then that will automatically discount Atiku Abubakar. Personally, I would prefer Atiku Abubakar or even Goodluck Jonathan, but Goodluck Jonathan, he's not a tough enough of a guy. He has the brains, but he doesn't have the toughness for the job, I don't think. But either of the two of them will be good enough. But that window now opens really within the PDP, because there's no real candidate within the PDP apart from those two names. There's a plethora of them, of course, in the APC, but now Goodluck Jonathan is now sounding opinions to run again. Conversations in the comment section. The return of Goodluck Jonathan is what we're talking about. What says you? Come share thoughts. But before you come share those thoughts, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clicks, come join me then in the comment section. Come tell me what you're making of the possibility of Goodluck Jonathan returning to Aso Rock. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.